Okay, this is a quick video of my ham radio install on my 2008 Honda Accord. I guess in the models after this year are pretty similar. I'm responding to this for some individuals that had asked about installing in these cars, which is kind of difficult because you don't want to muck them up, and there's really nowhere to put these things. So first of all, let me show you what I did. I am using a standard mag mount antenna. That's a Tram Browning 1180. Sorry for the shaky video. And what I did is I mounted the radio right in that little pocket there where there is a little door kind of pocket thing back there that really is kind of useless because it's kind of hard to get to at times. But what I did is I have a remote kit, and I went and got I guess they call it a fence strap steel or something. Little square piece of steel I got at Home Depot, and it's rectangular, and I took it and bent it to that angle. Then I got some spray rubber and sprayed the whole bracket with that spray rubber, so it looks pretty factory, and it helps it stay grippy. So anyway, it's just mounted down in there, in that. Just come in here and turn it on. There we go. Alright, as far as a place to put the mic holder, I didn't want to muck anything up, so there's another little holder down there with a little lid. So I just flipped that up, and I let that just kind of sit in there like that. What I also did is I took the audio from the main unit and ran it up here into the cab, and I did run it through the floorboards here, or through the side panels. I did have to take the seat out to do this. It's not too difficult to do. You can find instructions on how to do that, and ran those up along through in there. Now back there you see one little black wire. That's the only thing you really can see in this whole install. I actually have a Y cord there. I've got a remote speaker that's just sitting under that seat, and then I have off that Y run another jack up into that center panel, where in this car there is an auxiliary input jack on for the radio, so the radio then can go straight into my audio system. But if I'm not listening to it through the aux on the audio system, I can hear the speaker and decide if I want to do something else with it. Now here's something else I did that I think is pretty cool. I don't know, you may not. But to remote the remote head, there it is right there. I have the whole unit mounted right there on the back of this little door. So for programming and stuff like that, I can do that from inside the car while I'm in the front seat, get to the thing rather than laying in the trunk or having to deal in the trunk. Zero damage to the car. That's just two heavy-duty tie wraps holding that whole thing in there. And there it is. It's gone. Anyway, let me come back to the trunk and I'll show you what I did in the trunk. Alright. Now in the trunk you can see the remote head remoted right to that little door right there. And I have those wires all brought in, snake through where normal wires are coming through. I did leave some slack, you notice, so in case if I ever need to lower that entire door for something, I have enough slack to do that. And then the only when I say this is a zero damage install, the only thing I did is up there I did sink that ground wire into its own hole into the trunk. I just want to make sure I've got a good ground wire. That red wire you see there, that is the main wire that is run all the way to the front engine compartment. It does go up. It runs down through here, down through there. Those just pop off. comes down through here. I didn't pop this one off, and that's because this is kind of difficult to deal with. I have that wire actually snaked up through here, that main wire, and it's just kind of worked it. I've worked it up in here. It runs all the way up there, and it goes under, and it does go through. There's a grommet in that firewall. It's kind of hard to find, but it does go through there. And there you go. That is my install on my Honda Accord. Like I said, it's zero damage except for one screw hole in the trunk. It works great. I'm really pleased with it, and if I want to, I can make this thing look like there's no radio on it in about 45 seconds. Also, when I go to sell this car, there'll be zero evidence that I ever had a radio in this car. So anyway, I hope you like it. I think it kind of turned out pretty cool. I didn't have to break anything, you know, change anything. I thought about actually mounting that remote head there on the face of that door, but not seeing very well how I can get that door off to replace it, so I opted to go that other route. And like I said, if I want, I can just slip that thing out. That whole plate actually slides right underneath a little rubber mat that's in that holder right there in that hole, and kind of holds the whole thing in place. So it works real well, and like I said, if I want to, that thing slips out and I shut that door, I throw that mag mount in the trunk, and the whole thing is has no radio in it, at least so you think. Anyway, hope this helps. Thanks.